really the Vulcan Preview stream. It is Monday. I say welcome to everyone out there. Hopefully you had a great weekend. Before we really get started, before we dive in here, I do need your help and your support. If you have Twitter, spread the message, the word, the gospel that is mech porn. I have a tweet for you to retweet. I tweet, you tweet, we all tweet. And also, a fresh, piping hot cup of coffee coming your way. How is everyone doing? How are you guys doing? Are you guys having a good day? Did you have a good week? Did you have a good weekend? We do have the Vulcan here. Unfortunately, Mama Bear will not be joining us, but we do have a giveaway or 2 or 3 to do. So we will play Santa Claus. We will play, you know, we'll pretend. We're gonna go ahead and start this first giveaway, and it is !Vulcan in chat. Good luck. May the odds be ever in your favor for your chance to win Vulcan standard pack. Good luck, Mech Bros. Good luck. So we're going to be looking over the Vulcan again. This mech comes to you tomorrow for those that did the pre-order. First off, I've got to say, let's talk about aesthetics. I think Alec Iglesias did a great job, especially considering the original source material. It's sort of like I want to say sibling. It's sort of like a cousin of the night gear, you know, the night gear, whatever you want to call it. Looks like a teenage version. It's like, yeah, it's like you know, you're just going to high school. It's your first year. You haven't lifted weights. You know, you want to get swole. You want to get to that level, but you got to start from somewhere, right? Anyway, some cool things that I do like it. Very sleek. Aesthetically, I think that'll help with hitboxes as well, being shot at. I mean, we all know how annoying like the assassin and some of these things are. Speaking of which, this is a 40-tonner. We have a few variants to look at here. 2T, 2TS, the special. Obviously, it's like a patch ragtag. And then, of course, we have the 5T, the Bloodlust. Now, one thing to note about this, too, if you got the package, is this is the only Vulcan with missile hardpoints. It's actually what sets it apart compared to the others, which all run energy and ballistic. And, of course, all of them have a max engine of 315, jump jet capable, no ECM. There is that. All right, one of the mechs I was looking at was the 5T. There are some quirks that were just released too, and one thing to note, if you'll notice when you mouse over mechs now, is Seabell bonus is highlighted, which is really nice. So it's a different color, but you can see it actually in the pop-up itself. Height actually isn't a bad thing, some junk, as far as mechs, because again, the profile, right? Look how thin these legs are from side and front, and of course torso as well. So pretty small. I mean, you're gonna have to, you know, aim here. So some of these to note for quirks, if you notice, IS medium laser heat, -5. The max you can take is 5 energy on this, so 5 medium lasers if you want to use that bonus. All of them tend to have a range boost across the board. It looks like 10%. All of them have structure bonuses except for the 6M, which gets armor instead. That being said, this one has a 15% cooldown that applies to everything, right? Everything except machine guns, flamers, and racks. But that being said, some fun stuff can happen at 15%. So let me go ahead and go through a few things. Don't forget, we do have a giveaway going on. Exclamation Vulcan in chat for your chance to win a standard pack. What am I going to be testing out? First thing I was going to be looking at tomorrow is the medium laser setup on this. Almost all of these come without endo or double heat sinks. All of them can pretty much fit it. You can notice the armor too is quite low, so you need to up armor that. See a lot missing off the legs as well. Probably don't have to worry about the left arm on this because I probably won't use the one ballistic at all. Right now, we're gonna go ahead and strip that. Now you do get a bonus for medium laser heat, 5%. Not a whole lot, but you know, things do stack. Having this one medium, you'd probably want to use your torso reticle and arm reticle to snap. You can see here though, as far as height wise, the arm is a little bit lower, but not too low compared to the cockpit. So, except again, only one here. But that being said, you can pretty much max engine this XL if you want. This is a medium mech 40 tonner, but just like the Assassin and some of the others in this category, I think it would benefit from top speed, plenty of heat sinks, and of course jump capability. Now you do have the ability to take Pharaoh on here. Let's see, still got 5 tons, but you don't have enough crits. So that's usually where this boils down. Do you want to take a light engine, or do you want to take something like light Pharaoh? Would probably be the better bet here. We can drop another heat sink and then up armor this to 19, and so you got a 5 medium that goes 127.6 kph, and that's without speed tweak or anything like that. So this is the first one that popped in my mind as far as when I saw the 5T. I also think wrong. You can also do like 5 ER mediums. Obviously, you could do ERs, medium pulse on here as well, but you're gonna have to drop the engine. And then you're competing against like mechs like the Cicada 2B, which the Cicada 2B being ground bound, this being able to do jump jets and a higher speed. I think you choose your poison. What do you want from this? The other one that I was gonna look at was the 5M. So the 5M has pulse laser heat gen, so that's a global. Has machine gun rate of fire. I'm not as concerned with that. Flamer range, not as concerned with that. And then it's also got IS large pulse cooldown of 10%. So if you put those in conjunction, that's 10% and then 5% heat gen. It only has 4. But one thing you could definitely do is do dual large pulse here, either on the right side or left right, and then you could easily do something like small pulse or a medium laser or a medium pulse or something like that. So this does make this possible. Of course, again, up armor. A lot of these are very low. We can do Pharaoh well. So this is one of the setups I was eyeballing that would make it slightly different than the Cicada. And of course you could just do medium laser as well, just for the range. Let's get the legs here. Right, and that leaves you with 1 ton. Obviously, which isn't ideal, so I think you'd want to come down probably to 235 or something like this. maybe in a 250. You could even drop the medium lasers entirely and just do dual large pulse or peeps in this case. Still pretty high mounts. A little bit of helter-skelter as far as like, but for the most part. Side torsos, Talo, I don't think will be as much of an issue. I mean, think of how skinny this mech is and how fast some of these setups will be running around. So obviously, pulse laser heat gen, and then you got the large pulse cooldown. Another thing you could do is drop that and go medium pulse, pulse, and then that would leave a few more tons for doing something like this. This is probably what I would do instead. Something along these lines. I think this would work pretty well. Large pulse, you get the cooldown, and then you get the heat, you know, buff from the quirks itself. It's not a whole lot, 5%, but in conjunction with the heat nodes and so forth, I don't think that would be horrible. And you do get a rate of fire of 25%, but with only 2 ballistics, I don't see this arm being used as much, especially on this build, and especially with the quirks it has. I think you'd probably just ignore these 2 arm mounted ballistics altogether. Now, speaking of ballistics, you do get a few interesting combos here. The 5S has a UAC jam chance, which is -20, so that applies to any UAC from 20 down to 2. And then it also has a IS UAC 5 jam chance, so if you stack those on top, that's a 30% chance. So obviously it gives you choice there. Right now this comes stock with the UAC 5 right in the torso. It also comes with mask. You could do a UAC 20 and probably a 10 on here, but again, when you look at the hard points, 3 energy, 3 ballistic, I mean, technically I guess you could do something like 2 UAC 2s. And you'd still be getting the benefit of the 20%. You wouldn't be getting the benefit of the 30%. So I don't think you'd be able to pull the 3 out here. We can take a look. Yeah, you wouldn't be able to. It's just too light. But before I say no, go ahead and... I think it would just be too heavy. Especially with what you want. I think 2 would be the max you'd want to do. Possibly even 2 UAC 5s would probably be the max. Could potentially do that and be like a small enforcer in that case. Yeah, I don't think you'd be able to do 3 with the... with the tonnage available and like max armor, because even if you tried anyways, so this does have a few quirks to play with that are ballistic based, right? It doesn't have a cooldown, but that being said, the jam chance obviously pushes it towards using UAC. So whether you used 1 or 2, I think we could, yeah, it's just gonna be too heavy. But that being said, you could do a 250 with some ammo and you know medium, like whatever, but that's definitely a possibility. Obviously you can do 1 with backup as well, 1 UAC 5 or 1 UAC 10. You'd get the bonus of the 20% with mediums, ER medium, something like this. This is very similar when it comes to like the Cicada 3M, albeit not all of it's mounted in the torso, 1 energies in the arm. So it's not ideal as far as this laser over here, but even if you were to do like 2 mediums or whatever, if you wanted the jam chance. But I think most people, what they would do is they wouldn't go for the jam chance. What they would probably do if they were going to do any type of ballistic is go for the 6M. The 6M is actually quite unique. It's got 4 ballistic, 2 energy, And that being said, if you had to choose between Jam Chance, right, this sort of pushes you towards using the UX to just straight cooldown of 15%. But the difference is if you do any type of machine guns, it doesn't affect it. Flamers aren't affected, and racks aren't affected. So really, you could do a Gauss rifle on here, light Gauss, any type of ballistic, and get the nice benefit of the 15%. Don't forget, guys, we do have a giveaway kicking off. We will do it in about 2 minutes, so when it is 3:22 on mine. So you got about 2 minutes to enter. You do have to be following the channel. You do not have to be a sub, but we're giving away a standard Vulcan pack. Right now, we're just going over the variants and what I see myself doing, or which ones I feel would be compelling enough to try. With a 15% chance, I mean, really, AC10, AC20. I think an AC10 with 2 mediums wouldn't be crazy on this. But again, you've got the sync issues here as far as the arm. But if you wanted to do like dual AC2s or something like that, this would probably be the mech you'd want to do it on. I know AC2s aren't the favorite of everyone, but with a 15% cooldown, it's actually quite nice. You can do Gauss and mediums as well. You can do pretty much everything. I mean, to be fair, you could do even heavy Gauss if you really wanted to. You'd have to make sacrifices somewhere. As you can see here, a little short and stubby. This is the heavy Gauss on here. Subs have a 90% increase chance of winning. Is that science? Is that what it is? So the big thing for me with the Vulcan compared to other 40 tonners is sort of like the Assassin. The Assassin is mainly missile and energy. This one's energy and ballistic. And then the one trade-off, of course, is the Hero. I would say this would probably, you could do a, I tried doing a Gauss and a Peep, sort of like the Trebuchet. But you just sort of run into tonnage issues right here. It's really close. You only get like half a ton, like if you want jump jets and stuff. So I could see maybe, just maybe, dropping this down to like a light Gauss or AC5 or even an AC10, and like an ER Peep would work. Something like that. Yes, you could do light Gauss. It's 12 tons though, same tonnage as an AC10. You're doing more damage with the AC10. You got the faster velocity, optimal range, but really that's, am I finding use? I said you can do it. I didn't say you should do it. But with a 15% cooldown, light Gauss feels good with 15% cooldown. That being said, 15% cooldown on an AC10 or an AC5 feels a lot better. Heck, even a UAC 5 or something like that feels pretty good too. So those are things to consider. The nice thing with the 6M is that you're getting a straight 15% cooldown on all weapons. All right, let's go do this giveaway. Good luck, and this is for a Vulcan standard pack. Let's go ahead and enroll this. Pick a winner. Here we go. All right, we have Groutnol. Are you there, sir? Groutnol, please respond. Oh, congrats, sir. All right, Grout, I'm gonna whisper you really quick. Just give me a second. All right, Groutnol, I sent you a whisper. If you could just respond to that whisper, that would be great. Every time I don't win, it's obviously rigged. That's true. All right, cool. Congrats, Grout. All right, let me get this to Darren. All right. Very cool. Thank you again, Grout, for hanging out. Always in the channel, dude. Much appreciated. Congrats. Darren will get that injected to your account, and you'll see it tomorrow, sir. All right. This one is be for a collector's pack. Do all right, we will get this one started. All right, we're gonna go ahead and open this giveaway, and this is for a collector's pack, and this is for more Vulcans. More Vulcan in chat. Good luck. May the odds be ever in your favor. So yeah, as far as the Vulcans look, that's what sort of popped out to me, which was the UAC Jam Chance. Very similar, again, if you use a UAC 5 to a Cicada, the difference being is you don't have the ninja capability. You do have Mask here. Let me go ahead and show you guys top speed with Mask, so we can go ahead and take a look at that really quick. Throw a 315 in here. Throw on Mask here. Throw on UAC 5 and some ammo. How we just do this. Right. We've got a few more variants to check out as well. We still have the Hero and Vulcan 1. But I want to show you guys the top speed. This is without speed tweak, of course. Let's see if I have it on. I do. Right. So this is 315, 127 kph. 156. One thing to note too about the Vulcan, if you look at the stats page, this is, I believe, the most agile medium in the game. I believe. And we can check out the animation. Yeah, it's tall, but lankier than a grasshopper. Trying to give you guys good perspectives. Yeah, so again, with it being this thin, not too much bobble either. I mean, obviously in the cockpit. Yeah, it's got pretty ridiculous start, stop. The side-by-side comparisons are already on the website. You can see the side-by-sides. Let me go ahead and check out the... So yeah, 156 kph with the mask. Let's see. Hey, what's going on, Duro Greg? How you doing? Yeah, it's pretty agile when you compare the two. 75.39, and that's base value, that's if you don't invest anything into the mobility tree whatsoever. Comparison, you'd look at like the assassin, which is 66. So this is more agile than the assassin. The assassin has a bigger max engine, but again, energy and missile compared to energy and ballistic combinations. All right, so the other, and again, the difference between the 5S and the 6M is straight cooldown bonus versus the UAC jam chance. So the 6S or the 5S, if you're wanting to use UACs, this is the mech to do it, unless you don't care about the jam chance. If you're okay with just base default, then yeah, 6M I still think is a solid choice for you. The 5M has the pulse laser heat. I think for me personally, in looking at it, I'm looking at a large pulse and 3 medium pulse and ignoring the 2 ballistics. It gets structure as well. Again, just to point out, all of these have structure buffs except for the 6M, which has armor. So again, another reason why like doing maybe like an AC-10 or a PEEP, or a light Gauss and a PEEP, or just doing Gauss and 2 mediums or something like that. Very Phoenix Hawk-ish as far as some of the hard points combos. But yeah, you could do UAC 20 on here as well, on the 5S for the jam chance bonus. Or you can do UAC 20 on here and just go with the straight 15% cooldown. So it's really up to you. I would say most people choose the cooldown, right? Especially if you do like Gauss rifle, AC-10, AC-5, AC-20, you don't have to worry about a jam chance on that, and you can get the bonus with armor. So there's that. Again, the 5M being large pulse cooldown, 10%, you can fit 2 on there. I think you'd be running to wait if you try to go more than that. Like I said, I think large pulse with some medium pulse. The 5T, which has the most energy, is 5. I see medium lasers, but I don't think it applies to ER mediums. I'd have to confirm with Chris. I'm pretty sure it has to say ER medium laser heat. So actually we can tell. So you can see here, heat 0.17. Oh, okay, actually it does. Take that back. So this actually applies to ER mediums. So that being said, that's what I'd probably run on this, is do the 5 ER mediums. Play it like almost like a Wolfhound, but it's a little bit bigger. That's what I would probably do. Now, the Bloodlust, this is actually the one that crosses over into the Assassin sort of profile, if you will, weapon profile, which is missile and energy combinations. This has 3 ballistic, 1 energy, 4 missile. Now, I don't think this is the best choice for ballistic, heavy ballistic. Machine guns, maybe. That nice buff on that energy 15% cooldown, whether you did a snub, large pulse, I mean 15% is quite nice. But the big thing here is 4 missile hardpoints. Now, before you jump around, things to note is one of the hardpoints is in the head. So if you do this said mech, you're limited there. You can't do an SRM-6. You can only do a 2 or 4, and that's without Artemis. So if you want to utilize the 4th hard point in the head, which by the way is above the cockpit, right? All of these are pretty much, if you can see, you can hit it. If you want to utilize it, you have to stick to 4s, and that's without Artemis. Now, the good news is you have the skill tree that can help with spread. So there's that as well. So is this comparable to the Assassin when it comes to the things? Well, look at the Assassin 21. Again, jump capable. 4 missile, 2 energy. 4 missile, 1 energy, 3 ballistics. If you look at where these are located on the Assassin, right? High, a little bit mid-waist. These are all, I would say, high mounts as well. And this is sort of a good comparison, right? One's got structure, one's got structure. Same values, by the way, it looks like. Looks like the assassin has a few more hit points comparatively than this, but this is actually thinner mech when you look at them side by side. So that's what you're gonna have to test is SRM4s without Artemis, is that good to go for you? And if it is, then you can just strap on here. Now, if that's not the case, then what you could easily do is take 6s with Artemis, but that's going to be up to you whether to decide if that's actually, no, you can't. You're still limited. You could do 2 6s and a 4, or 2 6s and a 4, something like this. Yeah. So that's pretty much the big difference between all of these variants. I'll go over the one other. I don't know, again, if you would do medium pulse or large pulse or anything like here. I think you would need tonnage. Yeah, the streaks, you could do streaks on here, but it doesn't get a bonus for streaks or missiles. That's what I was saying is, like, for a missile platform profile, the assassin is pretty much the king, right? As far as the 40 tonners are concerned. All of the Vulcans are energy and ballistic, except for the hero here. So anyways, I just figured I'd sort of go over, this is potentially a good, you know, missile platform to try this on. Something like this. Again, don't forget your chance to win a collector's pack. All you gotta type in is exclamation more Vulcan. I would assume probably a 315, something along these lines. We still have a lot of untapped potential here. Double heat sinks, probably Pharaoh. I think we'd be good on that. Drop armor off this. I'm just gonna max this. I'm not worried about back values. I just want to max out the armor here, sort of see where we're at. Yeah, I mean, that pretty much maxes you out. So, you know, 127, looking at the 21, yeah, XL 325, I think is the same. So yeah, that in itself is a direct comparison. The two would just be really hardpoint location and physical geometry of the mech. Would this compared to the 21? So that's something that we're gonna have to find out. And then you have the last one, which is the 2T. Now this also has a ballistic option, just like the 6M. But the difference between the 2T and the 6M is the 6M just has a blanket cooldown, right? Applies to all the weapons, which granted you only have 2 energy slots and 2 ballistic, or 4 ballistics. So to utilize that, but the 2T has a ballistic option specifically. So it also has more energy hardpoints. It has 1 more energy hardpoint. So doing stuff like Gauss and 3 mediums, you want to get the benefit of the, you know, blanket cooldown, but you'd get 1 more hardpoint. So that's pretty much the trade-offs between the 2T and like the 6M, right? And then the 5S just sitting there with the UAC jam chance bonuses, the 5M going with the pulse laser, the bloodlust going with the SRM, you know, as for or missile hardpoints, MRMs technically, LRMs. I still think some of these are potentially better suited for that, like actual like LRM roles, but the 5T with the energy as well. Yeah. Let's go take a quick look at what this looks like with the different hard points. think we actually did this. Let's check out what the ERP like on the arm. So heads up, that's where the PPC mounts. It's like a little snub. Reminds me of snub. And of course, if you do an MRM40, what does this look like? It looks like 20 tubes there. So max of 20. And of course, the head mount can only do an SRM2, 4, and an LRM5. So let's just do an LRM5 here. See, nothing crazy about that. And then MRM10 does have 10 tubes. So that's pretty cool. And then of course, you guys know the ballistics. You've already seen the machine guns, but LB. The cool thing is, this mounts right on the inside. Actually, I really like this. I'm always a favor of that happening instead of it. And I think the right one does that as well. Yep, right one does it as well. So it just puts the energy slot underneath. So you could do, so it has this effect. All right, let's see what torso mounts look like. We already checked out the heavy Gauss, UAC 20. Again, these are actually pretty small mounts, you know, normally a little bit bigger, but this one is, it's like everything is snubby on the torso, which I actually don't mind, doesn't stick out, makes it look actually quite nice. So there's the UAC 20. Of course, if you did the AC20, and that works as well. I think the AC20 and like a snub would be quite, you know, fun. Don't know if that's possible. Let's see, Gauss 50. Actually, yeah, it might be possible. I think you could pull this. You'd have to do light engine. Actually, no, it might not be possible. I think you need an XL, so maybe not, but it looks cool. I think you'd have to do, yeah, you'd have to do an XL on this to be able to pull that one off, and to do that, you'd have to go down to like an AC20 or UAC 10 or something like that. But that being said, you still get that cooldown bonus, right? So that's not too shabby. Let's see here, we've already, here's the energy slots for, oh, let me go to the 5M. Yep, 5T. Out obviously what these look like. These are just all the slots for the weapons. Go to reset that. Let me go check out the base here just so you guys can see it. So that is the base colors. It looks like it has a tinge of like orange in here as far as like a default. It's going for that sort of brown orange dried blood, I think. Yeah, so there's that. Of course, you guys have already checked out all the camos, the official faction ones, but let's go check out the Franken here. Do customary red, white. It's actually sort of cool. Hands, weird hands. Hands and thumbs. It's got like a skull on top. I think that's because, yeah, you don't see it because the head laser or head missile. Let me take that off. There you go. Skull on top. All right. About the other patterns. Check out Buccaneer. Buccaneer is another favorite of everyone. All right. Looks actually pretty sweet. I like that. Like that. That's actually really nice. Nice skull. Yeah, I'll get to it, War Master. All in due time, sir. Got one thing to do at a time. Sherman. I feel like Sherman has to be an appropriate camo colors. Almost camo color. Not quite camo. So it's got a little bit more white highlights in this, especially on the arms. It's like blade looking. And then we've got, let's see, what's another? Woodland, pretty standard. Tiger, mountain. Even Vagabond looks nice and smooth. Yeah, that's nice. Right. Of course, the faction's already up. Let's take a look at the decals. All right, so we got the bloody knife. Find a place I can mount this. All right, so bloody knife, and then of course scarecrow. Oh, actually, that looks cool. That looks really cool, actually. Fits this model like perfectly. Wow. That is really cool, actually. Toss that out there. Especially if it was on a darker. There you go. Yeah, the knife can't be big of it. I don't know why it's not. Let's see here. Flip it. Yeah, I think there's something going on. Yeah, that definitely is cool. You could put that on an Atlas. You can put that Scarecrow on anything. Change the colors of it. No, all right, cool. So. All right, we're gonna go ahead and do this next giveaway, and this is for the collector's pack of the Vulcan. But that is cool. I approve. I could see that being used on a lot of mechs, not just the Vulcan. So very cool. Very cool. All right. Give me a second for the. All right. So Vulcan walk. See what the Warhorn is. Find it first. I mean, that would have to. Yeah. All right, so let's go ahead and do this giveaway. Good luck. Go ahead and pick a winner here. Entries have stopped. RKS Phoenix, are you there? Also, I don't know if you noticed your little mech is firing. All right, again, Phoenix, RKS Phoenix, are you there? Please respond. Yeah, that's definitely a different Warhorn. But one thing I've come to realize is that there's a Warhorn for everyone. That's what I've came to realize. All right, I'm gonna give you another minute. RKS Phoenix, are you there? If you are using mobile, just say something in chat. I'm gonna give it another minute. Once it hits 3:53, I'm re-rolling, sir. Right, it is 3:53, guys. I'm sorry, but he missed out, so I'm re-rolling. Here we go. Natural Born Griller, are you there? Hey, congratulations, sir. I'm gonna go ahead and send you a whisper. All right, Natural Born, I sent you a whisper. If you could just please respond. Okay, so Natural Born already has it, but he's gonna give it to a buddy. Yes, you can do that. All I need, Natural, is his username, so just drop it in that whisper that we have. Congratulations. Thank you for being a part of the stream. So that is awesome. I don't care who you are. It's gonna toss that out there. That is very, very cool. Gotta get it dead center. All right, so we've done the collector's pack here. Good, and next one is gonna be for the ultimate. All right, 1 second, guys. All right. Feel like we need to check this out. Unlike HPG. All right, we're gonna go ahead and start the next giveaway, and this is for an ultimate pack. Good luck. The odds be in your favor. Let's see. So yeah, I think there's a few combinations. If you enjoy the 40 tonners in general, you're probably going to enjoy this mech. It's competing against the Assassin and it's competing against the Cicada. The Cicada, as far as like, for me personally, is still like, ooh, the you know, maze balls. But I know some people aren't fond of the Cicada, so, and then the, yeah, that looks cool. Oh, that's, even from a distance, look at that. That's, you can see it smiling. It's grinning at you. That is actually really cool. Intended or not, that's what it looks like. And of course, this is a non-modified mech. I just figured I'd show you guys. Again, a bit more of the animation here. New favorite mech? No. Can't replace the Cicada, guys. Come on now. What kind of blasphemous talk is this?
Fuel at 25%. Fuel at 0%. Fuel at 25%.
I wonder what that decal looks like on my Cicada. Yeah? Yeah?
Fuel at 25%.
So yeah, you've got a few different variants. You've got one that has 5 energy. You have one that has, the hero has 4 missile, 1 energy, and a few ballistic. I think that one's gonna be the one that, and again, that's what we're in right now, that's the one that's gonna compete against like the Assassin 21. So whether or not, that's the real question. Has higher base mobility than the Assassin as well. In my opinion, it's just as lanky, if not maybe a bit more lanky because it's a little bit taller. So these two in itself are gonna be really good comparisons. The Assassin 21 and the Bloodlust, the Vulcan Bloodlust. Which one's gonna come out on top? Now, that being said, you can't do Artemis with the 4 missile hardpoints. you can only do it with, well, I mean, technically, yeah, you can only, because the head only has 1 crit slot. So if you want 4 SRM4s, which sort of is what the 21 runs, you're gonna have to do that with no Artemis. So, hardpoint locations. The missile hardpoints on the Assassin are mounted around the hips, right? And then the 2 up here, hip, and whereas these are all mounted at head level or right below chin. It does have the supplemental 1 energy in the right arm with the 15% cooldown, but I don't think, if someone's running this, they're probably not gonna be running the ballistic and may not even run the energy at all. And then of course you have the variant with 5 energy. I think doing 5 ER mediums would probably be my go-to on that one, because you get -5 to heat. The one with 4 energy with the pulse laser buffs, I think I would run 1 large pulse with 3 medium pulse. Now the UAC jam chance, I'm probably gonna go like a UAC 10 with some mediums, because my Cicada does the UAC 5 plus 4 mediums really well with ECM. You're not gonna have that bonus of ECM on here, so I feel like you're probably gonna wanna hit harder than just a UAC 5. But the nice thing is, you have that ability. And then of course you have the one at the very end that has the just straight cooldown, but very limited as far as hard points. So yeah, I think you'll have plenty of choice here. And again, if you like the 40 tonner range, you're probably gonna like this. There's gonna few different combinations out there. You can do, again, AC 20, UAC 20, all the way through heavy Gauss technically on the right torso, and I think it'll work. It's just, of course, work effectively, and but there's options out there for you to do that. So yeah, you guys enjoyed the preview stream. We checked out the camo patterns. We checked out obviously the decals coming with this. I like this decal. That's pretty awesome. I'm probably going to use that on multiple mechs, not just this. So there is that. Let me go ahead and again broadcast. We do have a ultimate giveaway going on right now, so don't forget to enter your chance to win that. So good luck. Let's see, what else do we got going on? I'll be going live with the channel tomorrow as soon as the patch hits. Usually usually the servers come down at 1 p.m. Eastern, and that's 10 a.m. PST. I don't know how long of a, I'm assuming like an hour probably downtime max. I think patch notes may be up, so let me go ahead and check that out for you guys really quick. I know that was something that was going to be coming down. Yep, patch notes are live. So let's go ahead and link that. So more stuff to come. Obviously the Vulcan weapon retrofits, and this is for all the new weapon systems: Thunderbolt, Cicada, Cataphract, Awesome, Commando, Dragon, Javelin, Jenner. Let's see, what do we got going? Bolt-ons, Blood-Ass, Blades. There's a bunch of stuff actually. Cockpit items, cool shot change coming, so you guys need to read up on that. LRMs, weapon lock changes, Artemis upgrade changes, ECM changes, NARC changes, ATM changes, streak changes, some adjustments to quirks on a few mechs, so make sure to read up. And again, this is all available right here. So make sure to go read up. I'll go ahead and post this in the announcements on our Discord, so you can get read up. Information is ammunition. Yeah, we do have a PTS that was going on during the week. It obviously was only during the weekend, I should say. I didn't get much time on it. I did drop a few times. Unfortunately, I didn't get a whole lot. Me and Chris are wanting more time on target. Obviously, I would love to be able to do a stream, a PTS stream, and get you guys on there, and we get as many people on there. There were some cool changes. Obviously, just a quick sort of like TLDR, PTS. It was high dissipation, low heat cap. That being said, you know, weapons I think would need adjustments, and then we've got a lot of mobility buffs across the board. Some mechs really benefited from it. Some mechs may become a little bit too OP. There are some mechs on there I think that don't need those buffs, but there are some that definitely do, like the Atlas, right, and so forth. But yeah, so make sure to read up on those PTS notes, and of course we'll let you know if there's gonna be another PTS. I think it's the most positive feedback I've seen coming out of PTSs, so I think maybe that's the direction things should go. I don't know. That's it's definitely a cool conversation piece. Well, let's go ahead and do this ultimate giveaway. Again, exclamation ultimate for Vulcan ultimate pack. If you do win this and you already own it, you want to pass it on, or you just want to skip and I can re-roll, just let me know. So here we go. Good luck. All right. Sub-Zero, are you there, sir? Sub-Zero, are you there? Hey, he's there. All right, Sub-Zero, I'm gonna whisper you, sir. All right. You cannot deny that it's rigged for subs. Yeah. All right. Let me go ahead and give this your name. Got it. All right. You know what, guys? RKS Phoenix, who missed the collector's pack, you know what he was doing? He was taking care of his kid, so I feel it's only right to also get him that collector's pack for being a good dad, being here and hanging out, but primarily being a good dad, taking care of your kid. That comes first. Family comes first. So we're gonna go ahead and get that for him as well. So congrats to both of you, and I will pass this on to Darren. Congrats, Sub-Zero. Dad rewards. All right, let me go ahead and I think that's important. All right, RKS and Sub-Zero, congratulations, you two. Like I said, I feel that's very important, taking care of family and kids first. I think we have that, it is what it is sometimes. All right, so this has been your Vulcan preview stream. I think for me, the highlight is it's a 40 tonner. I enjoy 40 tonners. The highlight though, for me, is that decal right there and this mech. They do look pretty cool. I think Alex did a fantastic job compared to the original line art. You know, this mech looked fugly. That's the nice way of putting it. It looked fugly, but now actually looks pretty cool. So yeah, just want to say thank you again for coming out here. While we wrap up, I do have some thank yous to do. We had Renz, which by the way, Renz is my neighbor. 5 months already. I know, right? Thank you for that 5-month resub. Pseudo, thank you for dropping bits. Haven with that 17-month pew 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 porn resub. Thank you, Haven. Tunguska with that Prime sub. Thank you for using your Prime. I will do my best to earn you coming back here month after month. Devil Crown, 16 months. I get to see your face soon at MetCon. By the way, MetCon tickets. Can we link that? MetCon. Can we? I don't know if we have a command. Can someone link the MetCon sales? If you're on the fence about going, let me tell you. If you're a BattleTech MechWarrior fan, go. If you have the ability, do it. It's a great time. And this year, it's literally in the convention center. It's massive. There's gonna be plenty of room. Everyone's gonna be there. Do it. You're gonna have a ball. I mean, you get to meet anyone you can think of is gonna be there. The devs will be there from Catalyst Games, PGI, HBS. Everyone's gonna be there. So do it. Let's see. We had Deadwing with 19-month resub. Let's see, RQS dropping bits, Rampage with that 12-month. Also, happy anniversary to us. Thank you, dude. Let's see, we got P-Dills with the 19-month resub. If you can hear this, Phil, forgot to turn off notifications before the preview stream, right? No, I got you this time. I actually, yeah, I didn't have any notifications up. So thank you, P-Dills, man. Appreciate the support. Speaking of support, guys, if you enjoy yourself, make sure to click that follow button. If you enjoy what we do here every single day with mech porn and delivering some high quality entertainment of mech porn, consider becoming a sub. It really does help. And of course, I will see you guys later. We're gonna go raid someone at said time so I can get this highlight up on YouTube. And I think it would only be appropriate that we raided Haven. Haven Lance Commander. The Lance Commander. I will be streaming tomorrow, so I'll see you guys later. Ladies and gentlemen, it's been a pleasure. Hopefully you enjoyed the stream. Vulcan coming to you, and Patch coming to you. Make sure to read up. There's a lot of changes coming that's going to affect you directly. So there is that. Ladies and gentlemen, it's been a pleasure. I'll see you tomorrow. Until next time, mech warriors, peace. Now we're going to go raid, so stick around.